of okay. I wrote my first book in 2018, and that was 8 years. What am I saying? That was 9 years after I became a chief executive officer. And that was such a long time, because if I consider the fact that I had been publishing for people years before then, editing, proofreading book manuscripts, helping people plan their book tours, it took me such a long time to decide to write my first book. And that was the book, The Men Code Movement, followed by Blog Your Way to a Dream Job. And we're going ahead to write a couple of others, and of course more are in the making. Writing my first book opened me up to a lot of media attention, media programming. I mean, I had access. Yeah, I had a lot of speaking engagements. And if you're a CEO or an academic or a leader of any sort, even if what leadership means for you is being a mom or a dad, because that's one of the biggest platforms for leadership, you are welcome to this live stream. And especially if you're any of this and has been wondering how to write a book, or how to write all of the books that you know you are owing the world, right? In today's digital world, your book has become not just a product, it is your legacy, it is your authority, and is your credibility, all in one. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm going to share with you why every high-level leader needs a book, and how I and my team help people like you transform their experiences, their knowledge, their ideas, their personal stories into powerful published assets. That's what I try to call it, or rather, that's what I want to call it, powerful published assets. Let's turn your knowledge into influence, shall we? That's what we're going to talk about today. If today is your first time coming on this stream and seeing my face, welcome to my channel, and welcome to my very first live stream show, where I'm sharing all that I've learned, all that I've gone through doing business 15 years plus, and especially the way I did business, which is the fact that I have never really had a large budget, or hired a lot of people, or had a huge overhead, or taken a loan. I have kept my business very lean, on a shoe strap, kind of thing. And I've been sharing all about it in the past 9 episodes. This is episode 10 of what I call the Being Chisom Motivational Live Video Series. Okay? Now, if today is your first time, please like this channel. If today is your first time, first of all, please like this video right now. I can see you. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Himel, welcome. Abhishek, welcome. I see you. African Tales and Beats, welcome. If today is your first time, please go ahead and join my channel. Join this channel, because this is where we talk everything about money, opportunities, and business. The next couple of videos are going to be so amazing. You don't want to miss it. Go ahead and give it a like. Give the video a thumbs up as we start off fully, okay? So let me see the likes go up. I can see only 2 likes. Thanks for everybody who has liked this video. If you're looking for where to find the like, tap the hamburger 3 dots on the top right of this video, and you're going to see like. Go ahead and tap it, okay, so that YouTube can send out this video to more people to benefit. So I said that this is a meeting for CEOs, for leaders. So this is like a boardroom, okay, shall we? This is like a boardroom. And let me start with why I think that writing your own book is a game changer for you, okay, shall I? Right. Now, first of all, 2025, when I did some live stream in December, I gave some predictions that part of it was that 2025 is particularly a year also for the rise of the personal brands. So personal branding has to do with you bringing everything that is you to the table, like we do on this channel. This channel is focused on helping you make money from who you are right now, and also doing the work that you love. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please go ahead and keep giving it the thumbs up. So why do you need a book on this journey of, being a CEO, whether you work within an organization or you own your own brand? First of all, it will make you an instant thought leader. You're already a leader, but you need to be a leader of thoughts. You need to become an institution. You need to become a school of thought of its own. Ever thought about that? Because everything you've been through, everything you are learning, everything you're executing, it could look like a group of principles that will work, but how you implement it, nobody has that signature, right? So many CEOs have worked, done what they can. Your book is a business card you need. Remember, in today, nobody really does. Yes, we still do give cards and stuff, but it's the importance is reducing because we are now digital. People take phone numbers on the go. Your book is the only thing you can give somebody, and they won't fling it or forget where they dropped it, because it will make them go back to what they call it now, to like dip into your thoughts, dig into your brain, find out more about you. It positions you as the go-to expert in your field. So when people read your book, they are sold, they trust you, they can bank on you. Know that you cannot do certain things, that you have a lot to lose if you do, in that sense. So many things that are negative, So you become somebody that people look up to. Number two, having your own book open wide doors for you. Doors to speaking engagement. I talked about how the door of media flung open for me. I got opportunities to host a radio show at some point, just because I was already a thought leader through my books, to my programs and all that. It opens you up to people inviting you to speak, right? I just got off a call a few minutes ago where I was on a consultation call to come and speak. Now, see, I can't tell you what I haven't done or what I haven't tried, right? Media features, speaking engagements come to you. In fact, influencing comes to you when you're a thought leader, when you're of thought, when you have your own book. And you can't be a leader of thought if you've never published any assets. No, you can't. Because you can do certain things here and there, but that is what really stands you out. And see, I tell people all the time, publishing books are not going to go out anywhere. They are not going to go anywhere because of technology and all that. Quote me anytime. So many CEOs have worked so hard, and they've gotten invited to, okay, let me put it like this. So many CEOs get even invitations to speak, but they show up on stages without a book. That is, you appearing on stages at all without a book is like you leave your audience asking for more, and they can't get more because some will crawl to your Facebook pages to don't find whether you're on Facebook or Instagram so that they can glean more from you, when you could have just deposited your book, which is your authority, which is your thought, which is your direction at that time, that they could easily buy and go back and read in the comfort of their homes. Right? So the doors that he opens for you are unquantifiable, and trust me, it's not just about opening doors or media and media features. What do they attract? Extra money. The more people know you, the more the media looks for you, the more people buy the book, the more speaking engagements you get, the more segmentations of people and categories of people that need your thoughts you start realizing. See, it works in amazing ways. Your first step is, first of all, get the book out. Yeah? The third reason why I think you as a CEO need your own book is that it helps you scale your business and your influence. That is already implied from everything I'm saying. So whether you're running your own company or you're researching groundbreaking or groundbreaking ideas, or you use a particular sales formula for your organization that really got the breakthrough, or you are whatever it is, having your own book will help you spread that message worldwide, and it will bring you new clients, partners, investors, people interested in your personal brand. Need I say more? I have worked with a lot of CEOs over the years, and I've had a lot of them do amazing. I keep saying something, one that was recent. We didn't even publish her really. We just edited her book, but she has taken it across over 3 continents, several cities in a year, a lot. And that is an example of how to position your personal brand using your book, right? Now, also, when you have your own book, you have something to give your family as legacy. Whether the book is on your business, it doesn't matter. Whether it is about your life, which is, you writing your memoir or your autobiography, or documenting a recipe or a system of doing stuff, that way, something you have a patent for, you have to document it in your own words so that people don't misquote you. So that's another point. Scaling your influence has to do with you being people finding how they can quote you directly, not paraphrasing what you said, assuming what you said or who you are. You have your thoughts in print. That way you give posterity ease to access and to expand who you are, what you learned, the impact you're making. Another reason why I think you really need to take writing a book seriously, of course, you make money beyond the job that you are, beyond your business. Okay? Your book is not just about your status, CEO, so you need to write a book. No, it's an income stream too. Yeah, it's an income stream too. And I like to tell you, because I've been working with CEOs for over 15 years, publishing books, your book will finally become the base point, because your book will become the most accessible asset you have, intellectual asset you have. It will transform into you maybe having webinars, maybe you having online courses. You need to be strategic about it. And that is part of what we do at my organization, Logos Audibles. Please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. I'm not seeing the thumbs up coming. Thumbs up, and please subscribe. It opens doors for you. Gosh. I've already said it. Doors to online courses, consulting if you want, brand partnerships. I like this. This one makes me smile, because even pastors who, when they started ministry maybe 30, 40 years ago or 20 years ago, thought they were just preaching the gospel and just, doing what God sent them to do. Today, because they have massive followership on their platforms, they have several books now, they have several messages preached, people find them good candidates to promote brands, of course, that align with their value. And they're making money without sweating, like sweatless money. So if you want to be remembered at all, and I guess everybody should want to be, you did not come to the world to suffer now. All of this thing you're doing is work. You're putting in your life on the line, sweating. As your life is going down, you're putting it towards impacting organizations, selling products, whatever it is that you do in your business, in your organization. But how will you be remembered? How would everything you're doing be referenced tomorrow? How will you be remembered for the work you have done? So CEO, academic, leader, mom, dad, it's not just a title. It's not just about status. You need a book. In fact, you need books. Yes, because your life is fragmented. There are different aspects of your life that make up who you are becoming. Yeah? Part of the consultation I just had this evening is not about my business. It's about my personal story, my relationship story, my journey to getting married and all of that. So you see, there are different parts of us. And you need to give yourself permission. You need to give yourself permission to be documented. Now, let's talk about how I help my clients make their books happen, shall we? Let's go. Now, when it comes to being a CEO and all of those good stuff, okay, let me start from the beginning. If you weren't here in the first episode to the 9th, I ran away from home when I was 27 because I needed to go find myself. I was fresh out of university, and then 3 years on, right? And I was sure that I wanted to be in the media. I wanted to make impact. I didn't even think about entrepreneurship because I didn't really, it wasn't in my mind's eye at that time. But I got into entrepreneurship, and then this was what I started to do, helping people with their books. And that's what I have done for 15 plus years. Now, that means I've been in the publishing industry for these 15 years. myself, but my organization has been in this business for 14 years, because just 1 year after freelancing, I became a business owner, because I saw that this is not something you handle with loose gloves. So I founded a company called Audibles. And together I am a team now. We have been helping CEOs, leaders, academics, politicians turn their ideas, their work, their life story, their experiences into best-selling books and publications. Now, here is the process we take you through. If you come through to us to help you with your book, this is where we're going to start. First of all, we're going to want to find out what your book is about. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? First of all, we're going to look at what your book is about. So when we're looking at what your book is about, what we're looking at is the subject matter, obviously, but then again, the strategy. So what will your book help you achieve? Because millions and millions of authors have existed and are still here. But how many people make it to bestseller status? How many? Yeah, so it's not about writing books again. You must be sure of who you're trying to target, and also you have to be sure of the purpose for the book. So is this book to position you as an authority, or is to help you get people into knowing your product and service and patronizing you, or hiring you, whatever? Or is it just for your brand to be known, for it to be popular? These three things, as simple as they look like they are alike, it can help prepare the strategy and the way we're going to plan the writing of your book. And now, this is one stage. On the second stage, we sit down and then we look at how are we going to structure your book. If you're busy, which I know you are, no worries. That's where we come in. We have a system where we turn your expertise into words effortlessly. All you have to do is just let us reach you. Tell us that you're interested and we'll reach you and we'll get it going. So we structure your writing process ourselves. You don't need to write a thing, but we write everything that is 100% your thoughts, 100% your experience, 100% your content in your voice. Yes, so that's stage number 2. Number 3, okay, before I get there, number 3, with this in mind, we now sit down and we come up with a book outline based on what you're writing. So that outline will look at the beginning, where you want to start, and the result you want to solve for your reader. So from the beginning to the end, we are able to structure it and know how many chapters per se it may come up to. Right? That's stage 3. Now, also, when we are done writing and we are done all the back and forth, you're okay with it, we still have to sit down and look at it again. You pass it on to our editors, because we have like 3 people who work on one book, so that we can have every aspect covered nicely. So we still pass it through our professional editing department, and then from there, it goes into design, publishing, and all that. Your book needs to be polished, impactful, high quality. We don't compromise that at all because of who you are. We handle everything from ghostwriting to publishing on Amazon and other distributors in other places online, and even physical stores and beyond. Okay. Next thing, we also talk about marketing of your book. And we make sure that you can market your book and you can make money off your book even before it is out in print. Before it is out or launched, you should be able to make money. That is the validation that your book is needed. And we'll take you through all of this process. Next, of course, when it comes to marketing, we take it very seriously, because first of all, you're building your personal brand with your book. So while we insist on marketing and following our structure, we have a signature way we help you to market and attract your tribe in just before the time you can launch, because your book is not only as powerful, it's not only a status, like you say, it is as powerful as you are able to be visible, right? It gives you it gives you a larger than life, a larger than one person, perspective or status in that sense. So I have been teaching and coaching and consulting with CEOs and academics on how they can market their books. So we'll take you through the process of marketing. We'll do it both ways. So you have to be doing it according to how we are coaching you to do it for maximum impact. Because look at it, if you learnt about an author and the author tells you about their books and stuff, or you came about a book advert online and then you click it and it takes you to a third party page to purchase the book. Then you look at the author of the book and you go check out that name on social media, on any social media platform, and you see that the person has an account but hasn't really posted since 3 years before, 4 years before. Something in you may not want to buy the book sometime because you're wondering, how come this person who owns this powerful book, from what I can see, isn't active online? So people must be able to find you on platforms and know that you're there. And it gives you further credibility. So we make sure that we close this gap. A lot of authors make this mistake. You can't ship your book to be marketed by a PR company and then you are not doing anything on your own space, right? So you must be willing to work with you. You must be willing to go the 9 yards. And it doesn't mean that it will involve you doing it by yourself. Remember, we can help you get people who can manage it and make sure that everything about your personal brand is intact. And no, you don't have to be on several platforms and be everywhere. We have the right strategy that will help you make your book visible. And of course, because the goal is to get your book into millions of people's hands. So you have to make sure that it gets there. Okay, now also remember that people are going to start interviewing you, asking you questions in the field. We must prep you to be ready for that influence. Again, we also handle quality prints for your work, paperback and hardcover, however you want it. With the right choice, you can make the right choice. We will coach you on the right choice depending on the genre of your book and the function of your book, so that we know how we're going to print it as well and help you to distribute. You don't have to figure all of this out by yourself. I'm just telling you the system that will take you through to make your work, and you have to keep focusing on what is important to you as a CEO. Now, this is a call for you to come together, sit down, and decide that you want to make this a reality. Please give this video a thumbs up as we are still discussing. Thumbs up if you have a book story. Let us know. You published a book, the route you went, the kind of publishing you did. Meanwhile, we do self-publishing, so it's for people who want to self-publish, right? Meaning that you have to sponsor your whole process of your book, and you own the whole profit for your book as well. Okay. And it is almost like you looking at your book as a different company or a different entity from you and all of that. So if you have a book story, let us know in the comments and ask me questions anywhere that we are, so that we can get going. Okay. Now, why do I think that publishing a book is a strategy that will work for you? Now, let's talk about this a bit. Please go ahead and drop your questions, like this video. Let me know where you're watching from also in the comment section. Say something so that I can give you a shout out. Okay, now most people think that writing a book has to take years and years. Yes, we'll probably see a few people who came up with their book manuscript saying this book has been 10 years in the making. We currently have a woman who is writing poetry, and most of the poetry were written in the 1990s. No jokes. So I get that, but how will you have a system like ours that help busy professionals get their book out in just 4 months with quality prints, with the right marketing, and then you keep your book that long? It's okay if your book is not ready to be printed, or you think you don't want to give it to the world at a certain time, but with our system, you can actually get things going. Now, I have a couple of people that I want to share with you, some case studies I have worked with over the last 15 years. We had a woman who was supposed to celebrate her 70th birthday. In fact, it was her children, who were, of course, in their 40s, 50s now, who decided to write a life story of how she started a beautiful school as a young mom, and the school has grown and become over 30-something years with different branches in different parts of the country. And that book was done within a month, just before her 70th birthday, and it was one of the most spectacular works we have done. The funny thing, or rather, the humane thing was that they decided not to sell the book. They actually gave this book out to all of their guests on their mom's 70th birthday, which I thought was so cool, right? Now that's one person. She used it to achieve documenting everything she has done in setting up a school, from just her home to having several branches everywhere in the world, raking in millions every 3 months, which is like a term. And that's the nursery and primary and secondary school, 3 schools in every location that they are. And it started as just her trying to hang out with children and keeping her children at home and taking care of them. right? He have also had a couple. Okay, no. Okay, let me leave a couple. We have someone who we have published, who actually was writing 3 books at the time. I wanted to make a public presentation of them when he contacted us because timing was important. So he didn't have the manuscript for the 3rd book, but he needed to be done, and he had already written 2. And the book was, I think, on altruism. And so we came in and helped to write the 3rd book, publish it and all that. And the 3 books we have made was presented on his launch, and he made millions of naira from presenting those books to the public. We have several of them. We have had people, CEOs, who wrote their thoughts down, every work day, things that came to their mind, like quotes. And at the end of the day, we compile these quotes into pictures, into inspirations that made very bankable books. We also work with academics, people who are rising the ranks, who are growing in ranks in academics, especially in higher education institutions and all that, like universities, who I think are very, very, very important in documenting their thoughts beyond academic works. Now, it is one thing to be an academic, it's another thing to be an academic that has impact beyond the 4 walls of schools. I think that I'm one person who wants to preach that if you're an academic, please, as you're writing your publications for your promotion and growth, you must make sure that you become much more relevant, generate much more income and relevance as a public speaker, as a coach, as a mentor, because what you are reading and who you are becoming is already a given. Society already looks up to you in some sort of way. Please don't disappoint them because you don't want to publish a book. Don't look at only academic books. Write books on anything that has happened to you, the journey for academics, your life, trying out business, getting married. Put your name on your books and please let them come out. I think that many academics also need to do this because having extra income as an academic in today's world is very important. I need to emphasize that is very important. And your book can be a base to transforming your lessons and your knowledge into digital assets that will make money for you beyond the books. But start with writing a book. 2 books, 3 books, 3 titles, 4 titles. Okay, we have had a lot of clients. We had a client also who wrote a book about her journey, but she wrote it like a fiction. Her journey to finding love, falling in love, getting. There are so many of them. Where will I start? Where will I even end? Right now, what I want to say is, please, if you have any questions, please do ask. You have the knowledge rather. And we have the expertise to help you turn it into a fantastic best-selling book. Let's make it happen. So this is my invitation to you. Can we make it happen this year? Yes? Let's make it happen. And that is why I'm asking. If you have questions that you want to ask me, please do ask. This particular session is exclusively for CEOs, for leaders, for academics, for parents, for anybody who is a leader of any sort, right? And some of us also have children who are already leading in their field, and children should also write books about their experiences in any area that they are showing signs that they are leading as thought leaders. And please, if you're ready to publish your book, please go ahead and contact us. Details will be in the comment section pinned. Details are also in the description. Go ahead right now. As you subscribe, reach out and drop a comment below. So let me ask you, since you don't have questions for me, what book idea do you currently have? Sometimes we look down on the experiences we have had, and sometimes we are so afraid to also, talk about some things we have experienced. What book idea do you currently have that you know that you need to document? No matter whether you are ready now or not, let's discuss about it. Okay, so 5 minutes more and I will go if you don't ask me questions. If not, we can do much more. These are my thoughts to you, dear CEO, dear executive, dear leader. So let's talk about your book, and I'm here now to discuss it in the comments. Let me go through the comments to see whether there are questions yet. None. Okay, thank you. African Tales. Himel and Abhishek, are you still here? Yeah, Abhishek is from India. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Himel said, Israel or Palestine? Are you asking a question or you're saying that's where you're from? Well, Israel and Palestine are 2 different countries. So where exactly are you watching from? Please let me. Question time. Are you ready to write your book? Are you ready to write those books today? Some of us have gone through parenting strategy, or have gotten parenting strategies that will help other people to navigate the particular part of their life they are, but you're keeping it to yourself. Some of us went through all sorts to be able to get married, and we're keeping it to ourselves. Some of us have had revelations straight from heaven that God has told them about everything happening in our world today, but they're keeping it to themselves. Some people have had issues with certain things that they were able to solve and triumph over, and you're keeping it to yourself. Have you realized that just as God is, that there is no one like you? Haven't you realized that people will come and go? People may even look like you, but there will never be a you ever after you're done here and gone. There will never be someone with your thumbprint, not even with your voice tone. There are certain things that are exclusive to you, and you are very important in the scheme of things. We didn't come here to hustle and then die off and be forgotten. We came here to make an impact. And I'm challenging you today, take the step to document the things you're learning, the things you're overcoming, the things you're becoming, the things you're learning, because they are very important. Even for your children that are to come or you already have, they are very important. Sometimes it took me growing up to realize that who I was becoming at some point, I need to go back and reintroduce myself to my parents, because I feel my parents don't even know who they gave birth to. So we are becoming people different from who we were in the past. And you need to document those phases of your life. It has to be intentional. It has to be intentional. You have read books all your life, but they were not written by you. Somebody will want to read, the generation will need to read books all their lives. Will they find you to give them direction with your books? That's a question I want to leave with you tonight. Even as I'm taking questions, whether offline or right here live, I'm going to answer any question that you pose, anything you want to know about books, any questions you want me to answer, maybe other videos concerning book publishing, concerning growing a personal brand as a leader, concerning how the volume of your work, the topics to come about, how to decide on a profitable topic to write your book on, whatever your question is, I am here to answer them. Okay, give this video a thumbs up anytime you're watching this, and please subscribe to this channel, and let's keep growing, let's keep building, let's keep being amazing. I'll be right here waiting for you in the comment section. Go ahead and do that right now, and I'll see you again same time, 9 p.m. Lagos time. We'll be here every day for the next 20 days. Please join us every day. This is my open invitation to you to also ask me anything you want as usual, and I will see you on the other side. All right, good night from Uyo in Nigeria.